cave and have for about 45 years. It's a research center, and we do educational field. Hi guys, if you're watching, so we people love to come here on the city. I mean not city. We love to come here on the mountain because we live in the city. We love nature.
And I'm not sure why we always look at the parable.
So I have to get ready, wear my swimsuit, and for the time being, you guys enjoy the mountain view. You probably don't appreciate the mountain view because there's a lot of mountains there in the Philippines. But we live in the city. It's traffic, it's crowded, you know. So that's why we prefer to go to the mountains. So as you can see guys, we are staying on the hotel on the second floor, and that's our view, and that's our truck on the right hand side. Okay, so let's see. So let's see here.
But you do not need a med.
It won't reach you. Oh, it won't reach. What happened?
And we know that we have living seekers, quite a few of them in fact, in the deserts of Mauritania, as well as in Chad. So here we've got these populations that are quite far apart, but they're the same animal. So what was going on here? We started to look for fossils to see if we could find any other evidence that could link these different populations of crocodiles together. So that means that in ancient times, all this space must have been connected by the through which ways for crocodiles to move to and fro, and it wasn't always the desert that it is today.
5,000 years ago, the Sahara Desert was actually a savanna, crisscrossed by a network of interconnected waterways, which allowed crocodiles to move freely throughout North Africa. The carvings on Unis's causeway reflected reality. When the pyramids were built, they were surrounded by savanna. But when did Egypt dry out and become a desert? And could this have played a part in the demise of the Old Kingdom and led to the mass grave? Elephantine, in the middle of the Nile between Kebet el-Hawa and Aswan, can shed some light. The ruins here show what was happening to Egypt's climate. Archaeologist Miroslav Barta describes describes the changes.
This is a fortress dating back to 3000 BC. At the time, the island of Elephantini consisted of two separated islands, the eastern one and then the western island. The fortress is located in here, the eastern island.
The fortress was built on the highest ground, 315 feet above sea level.
The reason was that the Nile flood in the beginning of the Old Kingdom was very high.
But the buildings surrounding the fortress showed that the level of the Nile began to fall. And as the water level fell, the city expanded over the rest of the eastern island, which had been partially submerged. And there are even ruins from the lowest part of the island where the Nile rose flowed that date from after Pepi II.
Now we stand in the middle of the original depression, separating the eastern and western island of Elephantini. And as we can see here, the ancient Egyptians were able to use up the original depression and construct their houses.
After Pepi II's death, the level of the Nile had dropped so significantly that the two islands merged into one, and the city expanded onto what had previously been the marshes in between. Here is evidence that Egypt's climate was gradually changing and becoming drier during the Old Kingdom. But things would get worse, much worse. The key to understanding the collapse of the Old Kingdom and the reasons for the mass grave lies almost 2,000 miles away in the glaciers of Mount Kilimanjaro. In 2000, an expedition of American glaciologists led by Professor Lonnie Thompson discovered proof of a global climate catastrophe. An ice cap is built of layers and layers of snow gradually piling up that are then compressed into ice. By extracting cores from the ice, Lonnie is able to look back in time. The ice captures a record of what was in the air at the time it was laid down. Studying this ice back in the lab, Lonnie can reconstruct the past climate. These precious cores are preserved in Lonnie's freezer at Ohio State University.
We have over 7,000 meters of ice cores collected from around the world. We have on this particular rack those cores which we recovered from Kilimanjaro in 2000. It dates back 11,700 years. And in that record, about the depth of 33 meters, you would find the time that corresponds to the Old Kingdom in Egypt. We'll take this out and examine it off the Lake Kingdom.
This piece of ice holds a unique record of the climate around the time the Old Kingdom fell apart.
This is what's left after all the measurements have been made over the course. And this record starts about 5,000 years before present, so we're coming forward in time. And you see this very distinct band. And it was really amazing in the field when this thing showed up. So there's a lot of excitement because you know you have something. It's going to take you a while to figure out. No, it's not. It's very exciting.
This ominous dark layer is the result of the dramatic climate change that led to the collapse of the Old Kingdom.
This black line that you see here in the corner is a layer of dust, road dust that accumulated on the ice field. And this is the largest dust event we've found in an ice core, so it's very, very highly concentrated. It would suggest that there was a massive drought throughout this region.
And Lonnie has found more physical signs of this drought on the other side of the world.
In the same time period, we have found a similar layer in the Sosobrado ice cores, the Andes in Peru. We also see it over in the Himalayas, which suggests that there was a major drought throughout the tropics.
Crucially, he was able to date this drought.
Kilimanjaro timescale, we estimate the event was about 4,200 years ago, the time of the collapse of the Old Kingdom.
Could this massive global drought have been what brought the Old Kingdom to its knees and led to the death of the soldiers in the mass grave? Over the course of the Old Kingdom, Egypt was gradually turning from savanna into desert. Agriculture was entirely dependent on the annual flooding of the Nile. Each summer, the rains falling on the highlands of Ethiopia flowed into the Nile, causing it to overflow its banks, flooding the fields and depositing rich soil which fertilizes the crops. If Lonnie is right, this climate spike would have had a disastrous impact on the Nile floods and the people of the Old Kingdom. Back in Egypt, geologist turned archaeologist Professor Fakhri Hassan has been looking for proof that this global calamity did indeed hit the land of the pharaohs.
There were indications that there are problems in other parts of the world at that time caused by climate change. It was tempting to think that this might be the case in Egypt.
But in Egypt, there is no ice. He's had to find another way of seeing into the past. Mud. He takes cores from the bottom of Lake Karun, just south of Cairo. The lake is fed by the Nile, which deposits layers of sediment on the bottom. And just like ice, these layers hold a record of the past climate. Back in the lab in Cairo, Fakhri has analyzed the cores.
These were the cores we got. It consisted of a sequence from the bottom of the lake that spans the thin mountains. These are the oldest ones that were before the rise of civilization, where the lake was quite deep. And as we move to this way, this part is the Old Kingdom. This is the whole history of the Nile floodplain for the last 10,000 years. It's never been available before.
The core reveals that during the Old Kingdom, the lake was much larger and deeper than today. Its depth fluctuating around 200 feet.
This part of the core here is the part that represents the Old Kingdom. What is amazing in this part is this break where we had the presence of the thick layer of gypsum, the whitish material. This is a mineral which forms under shallow water conditions and evaporative conditions. Mixed with the gypsum, we have the deposits of the iron oxide, the reddish material. Iron oxide usually form under very shallow water conditions where oxygen is present, under very, very shallow water or no water. That would mean that the lake was almost dry. If not bone dry, but it's extremely shallow pools.
The layer of gypsum and iron ore shows that this deep freshwater lake dried up, leaving behind just a few ephemeral pools of water.
Maybe 60, 70 meters of water disappeared. From the different radiocarbonate determinations from the core, we were able to determine that this layer here represents a time around 4,200 years ago, which correlates to the end of the Roman Kingdom.
Fakhri's discovery confirms that the global drought seen in the ice cores also hit Egypt hard, just at the time the Old Kingdom collapsed.
We were able to find the smoking gun. This is the hard evidence of this event, this catastrophic event. The thickness of this layer, the fact that the very deep lake had to dry up, it would indicate that there would be no less than 20 years of reduced Nile floods.
This disastrous drought was the knockout punch which pushed Egypt into chaos.
I think climate change leading to a reduction of Nile floods is the cause of the collapse of the Kingdom. Egypt depends on the Nile. If anything goes wrong with the Nile, then it will be famine, chaos. If the Nile is for 20 years or even more, it means that agricultural production will stop.
Tifi, the local governor, was right. The whole of Egypt would have been like a starving locust.
That means that the king does not have enough revenues, not even for his own household, not to mention for the viziers and managers, people engaged in governments. So the whole civilization comes to a stop. It's a great lesson about how abrupt climate change can be and how civilizations, no matter how mighty they are, can really suffer from events like that.
This terrible climate crisis, combined with the underlying political problems, created the perfect storm, which destroyed the Old Kingdom and ultimately set the stage for the mass grave. In the face of famine and economic crisis, Pepi II's politically weak successors lost control of the country. Egypt fractured into city-states, but the turmoil and violence would last far longer than the drought itself. Even as the 20-year drought ended and the Nile level rose, Egypt remained divided and vulnerable. As prosperity gradually returned, it wasn't long before the regional governors like Tifi developed ambitions to conquer the whole country. The consequence was war for 130 years. The soldiers in the mass grave likely died not in the initial chaos caused by the famine, but right at the end of the protracted civil war that followed. Roughly 40 years after the drought ended, the rulers of Thebes, modern-day Luxor, took control of the south, and the location of the mass grave near Luxor suggests the soldiers were Thebans. Meanwhile, another family of local rulers from a town called Herakleopolis had taken control of the north. Egypt was split in two, and both sides wanted control of the entire country. In 2040 BC, the Thebans captured most of the north, and they reached Herakleopolis itself. They were led by a king named Valentus Fit. He was a great general. His name even means one to the god of war was satisfied. And he finally conquered Herakleopolis in a bloody siege. Salima believes it's possible that these soldiers, now more than 4,000 years old, took part in this final battle.
Amongst these bodies, there was a lot of linen, and some of the linen had marks on it. And these are actually associated with the temple of Mentuhotep II. This, together with the fact that the temple was right there underneath his tomb, means that the soldiers were fighting for Mentuhotep II.
And that's not all. Close analysis of the injuries provides more details about what happened.
Looking at these arrows that went into the necks of these soldiers, you can see that the trajectory is from above. And it's the same thing with all of these head wounds. It's like someone was hitting them from above. So clearly, you could see that these soldiers were up against an enemy that was higher than they were, as if they were in a fortress in some sort of siege situation, and that these soldiers of Mentuhotep were attacking some kind of fort, and people were hitting them from above, raining down arrows, throwing rocks, and then when they came to proof, hitting them hard with clubs and maces.
It would seem these soldiers were fighting for Mentuhotep in the deciding battle of the Civil War.
All of this put together makes us think that these soldiers were fighting at the same
Hi guys, are you still there? Sorry, I'm getting ready to the swimming pool, and I'm gonna show you later the indoor pool here in the hotel. And I hope you guys find more subscribers. So, tamsak, ano nga ba yung tamsak? Tamsak, Jenleia, kayo na lang mag-reply sa kanila kung magpatamsak daw sila. Okay. So, ninja, nilon, salabi, ano ba yan? Nako. Sige guys, kasi magbihis muna ako. Lon, salabi here. Ikaw pala yun, Lons. Tamsak. Alam ko na pala yung tamsak. Okay, yung tamsak, yung, ano ba? Bawal ba dito magsalita ng English, Lons? So, si Lons na lang mag-reply dyan sa comment niyo. Sino pa ba? Si Ann. Sino to si Ann May Gemma? And then si Angel May. Saan po yan? Yung mountain na nakikita nyo, ano yan? Dito yan sa Mount Rushmore here in the US. I-google nyo kung ano yung Mount Rushmore. Makikita nyo mamaya yung mga pictures ko, ida-download ko. Para excited kayo. Ito yung one of my bucket lists to come in this place during my birthday. Kaya ayan tuloy, natupad na yung pangarap ko. Ang layo kaya, sobrang layo. 7 days na namin na nagro-road trip para lang makarating dito. Pero ano naman kami, naghinto-hinto in different places. So yeah, we saw a lot of tourist places. Okay guys, iwan muna kayo dyan kasi magbihis muna ako. Para ipakita ko sa inyo kung ano yung indoor swimming pool namin dito sa hotel na ito.
This world of conspiracies, dangerous meats lurking outside the door. Sunday at 7, 6 Mountain on SDPB TV.
One masterpiece mystery. Detective Inspector Keating for investigating murder.
What we will call God, Inspector.
Dad. Oh, this is not who you are. Manchester, season finale. One masterpiece mystery.
Sunday at 8, 7 Mountain on SDPB TV.
In 1868, the men of the Dakota Territorial Legislature considered a bill recognizing that women have a right to vote. The measure failed. In 1885, the author of a new suffrage proposal defended his idea. It seems to me it's simple justice that women should have the right to vote. The bill passed, but it was vetoed by the governor. For the next 50 years, women's voting rights were the hot button in South Dakota's political and cultural conversations. The people were divided by principles related to gender roles, immigrants' rights, and alcohol prohibition.
We had the constitutional right. They were human beings. They still looked to the natural rights law that said human being, as a human being, I have the right to vote.
South Dakota's place in the national women's suffrage movement is unique to the American story. Coming to SDPB television on Monday, August 10th, Simple Justice, Suffrage in South Dakota.
PBS Kids is a big part of my children's lives. They were part of. I really love Word Girl, and my kids loved it too.
The name's Word Girl, and I'm here to make sure the city is safe for all citizens.
Lots of great female characters. It's really important that we think about diversity and gender in media, especially what's made for kids, because we judge our value by seeing ourselves reflected in the culture. There's somebody like me. I must be important. I must matter. And that's why PBS is important.
SWB. We are South Dakota. Your membership supports great programs along with Health Pro. Do you like to ask questions? Wonder why and how? Well, that's curiosity. It's what education is all about. The smartest people are the ones who stay curious and ask questions. A reminder from the South Dakota Department of Education. The Bush Foundation, introducing the South Dakota recipients of the 2020 Bush Fellowship. Learn more about the 2020 Bush Fellows at bushfoundation.org/fellows.
Research and discovery in South Dakota and the use of technology in our daily lives are highlighted on the SDPB Science and Technology Beat, supported by SDN Communications.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Alan Moore & Company. Here's what's coming up.
Mayors of the world unite.
Several days after the discovery of the lead.
Hi guys, we're walking in the hallway. So if you are still watching, just watch. Oh, there's a lot of people. Guys, I think I heard people screaming on the pool. Oh no, it's busy. Oh no, there's a lot of people. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, it's gonna be dirty. Look. So did you see? And they have also a jacuzzi down there. Yeah, there's a jacuzzi. So I don't know. I probably don't like to. So I'll just gonna show you later or next time. Wow, people are. So guys, well, I'm just sitting here on the table on the second floor watching these people swimming, but I don't want to go swim there. So hi guys. How come I can't reply the chat? Guys, are you still watching? Can you comment or no? I can't comment. Oops. See, that's the indoor pool. Did you see the roof? Wow, during the day, that's the time where a lot of, not day, the night, that's the time where they're coming here, because during the day, they go out, roam around, sightseeing, and this is the only time they can entertain themselves during the evening time. Guys, how come I can't reply your... How come I can't reply your chat? Hi, Queen Lorraine. I know your two babies. What's their name? Queen, and what's that baby's name? I think they're gonna enjoy swimming here. But the problem is, there's a lot of people. I'm not gonna jump there. It's dirty. Yeah. So, and then over there, there's a jacuzzi. So, ganahan jud mo dire maligo ba? Kung okay lang sa inyo, daghang tao. Dili ko ganahan maligo basta daghang tao. Sa mua na lang swimming pool maligo kay limpyo pa. Kami ray maligo or ako ray maligo. So, I know. So guys, I guess that's it. What can I do? It's busy and there's a lot of people. So I'm not gonna go jump and swim there. So Labrek, Queen Lorraine is watching. Kinsa pa may nagtanaw. Dili lagi ko ka comment ay ngano man ni live chat. Ano man na dili lagi ko ka comment, dili jud. Kinsa pa nagtanaw, I see there are 4 people are watching. Could you please comment? 5 na. 5 na ang nagtanaw. Guys, pwede ninyo i-share ang link. And then yeah, for a few minutes. I'll just do this one. Or you can wait. So guys, social kayo ang pool. Mao jud. Nindot siya nga resort. Kaning among gistayhan, resort siya, hotel and resort. Niya. Na ako sa second floor. Muna makita ninyo ng iyang murag fence, coral niya, na table ni siya. Table. O niya, indoor pool. Indoor ang swimming pool din kasi dito sa South Dakota, ano siya, pag winter, yung nakikita nyo yung snow, ang lamig talaga. So, mga tao, pag winter, hindi na sila makapag-swimming kasi malamig nga eh. Kaya, mostly sa mga swimming pool dito, ginagawa nilang indoor para anytime, pwede silang maligo. Pag winter naman, pwede silang maligo dito sa loob ng pool at saka naka-heated pool siya. So, sino pa ba? Hi, Marenias! Sino? Angel May Marinia, salamat sa pag-share. Sana makakuha tayo ng isda. Tama ba yung mga terms ko? Ewan ko ba? Nalilito na ako sa mga terms na yung mga tamsak na yon, yung ninja. Ano ba yung ninja? Hindi ko na matandaan. Sino pa nag-share dyan? Sino tong si Ann Mejema? Sino to? Ann Mejema? Hindi ko kilala. So, tingnan niyo yung naliligo. Lalo na yung mga bata, ang cute nila. Anyway guys, gabi na dito, magna 9:30 na yata. Tingnan ko nga, wala akong clock dito or watch. So, yeah, gabi na. So, kung matutulog na ako mamaya, pakita ko konti, share na. Hi, Queen Lorraine, salamat sa pag-share. Pero, i-off ko na to kasi hindi nga ako makaligo eh. Sayang yung swimsuit ko. Pakita ko sa inyo. Pangit ko nga eh. Pangit ko. Nako, it's a long day for us. So, we had a long trip yesterday to come all the way here. Pag ganun, daming makanor siya. Taba, tingnan. So, guys, so I guess I'll just have to show up quick by. So let me see if I can show you. Guys, who are watching? Ang hirap naman ito eh. I can't see my face. Wait. Oo nga, maligo na tayo. Kaso lang ang daming tao. Yeah. Okay. Okay guys, so I just want to show you the quick tour of the swimming pool, our indoor swimming pool here. And because there are a lot of people and I don't want to go swim, but yeah guys, wait, I can't see. Wait a minute. Okay guys, just a quick tour. See the pool? Guys, pangit na ako. Walang makeup. Gabi na kasi eh. I think 9:30 na yata ng gabi. So, sayang yung swimsuit kung hindi maligo eh. Ako guys. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Sorry. How do I do it? Wait. Let me just do like this. Wait. Do like this. Hi guys, I was supposed to go swimming, but there's a lot of people out there, and you know, to avoid virus, so I don't want to go swim. But I just want to show you guys about the indoor pool, and this is our indoor pool here in the USA because we are in South Dakota, and like I mentioned earlier, in South Dakota during winter, it's snow here and it's cold, so you guys can't swim. So if you have this kind of indoor pool and it's also heated, that way you can swim anytime. So okay guys, thanks for watching. Bye.